Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today is April 14th, 2010. Hope y'all are doing great. I'm just going to set things off because I don't have too much time. But the first thing is that if this is your first time watching these videos, click on the link right above it that says if this is your first time visiting this blog, read this first. If you click that link, it's going to give you the rules to the system. Go ahead and read that and really get familiar with it. And once you do that, then come back and watch these videos, and it'll make a lot more sense and be of a lot more value to you. Because in these videos, I don't really talk about the rules to the system, but I talk more about the application of it. So if you have a good foundation on the rules, it'll help you a lot more. So I encourage you to do that. But for you regulars out there, just want to welcome you back. And you know I say that all the time. But I am glad that you're here. Hopefully the videos are helping you. And from the comments and stuff, it seems like it does. So I will continue to do them. Anyways, I just wanted to address some comments. A couple of the questions were how to set up the candles so it looks like a trend has changed. And basically, if you look at the rules of the system, it's a crossover followed by RSI and stochastics aligning in the same direction. The software that I have, Xtick, it allows you to do a thing where it automatically colors the candles if a certain criteria is met. So on this chart, it's coloring my candles black if the moving averages cross up, and it's coloring my candles purple if the moving averages cross down. So when I see a colored candle like that, a black one, then I simply look at my indicators and make sure RSI and stochastics are also matching up. So that's really all there is to it. You don't have to have some kind of colored candle. You can just look at it and make sure that it all lines up. But again, if you have software that allows you to do that, then by all means, anything to help you out and help you spot things faster. So Xtick does allow me to do that. Feppy, just thanks for the welcome. You wanted to ask if I'm on MT4 pips. I don't use MT4 to trade, so unfortunately I'm not. Maybe I can find a way to do it somehow, or if anybody else has any ideas, maybe you can help me out. I'm just not sure. I don't really use MT4 that often, so I'm not on there because that's what that site is for the many users that do happen to use that platform. It is a great platform. I've looked at it. It's just not for me and what I'm used to. But I have used it before, and I still use it occasionally for certain things. But for the Cowabunga system, I like to use Xtick. One more thing was about my trading log. I guess you're asking for a trade record, I assume. You can just go up here in the search bar, type in Cowabunga trade record or Cowabunga track record, and it'll pull up my track record from 2007 and 8, I believe. Also, if you go to meetpips.com and look up Pip Surfer, it has all my trades that I've logged on there since the site's been available, and it has everything available to you. So those are ways to look at the stats if you're kind of just analyzing it and seeing if it's worth your while. And I will say that the Cowabunga system isn't the highest pip making system. It is consistent though. It is profitable. So if you're looking for something that's consistent and profitable, then you have something right here. You're not going to make millions overnight, but again, if you're looking for something steady, then this is a pretty good system. And again, it's not meant to give you trades. It's meant to help you start developing your own systems. Maybe there's something you can add or subtract from this system and make something better. Again, who knows? Anyways, so I'm going to open my chart now. I have my 4-hour chart and my 15-minute chart of the cable. And you can see, here's my 4-hour chart. I'm going to move it back to before midnight. And the most recent trend change candle was for an uptrend. At the start of my day, there were no new trend change candles. Therefore, I'm only looking for long trades. And if I move through today's action, you'll see that no new trend change candles were formed. Therefore, my trend is still up. And the entire day, I only looked for long trades. And again, it's pretty simple when there's no trend change candles in the middle of your trading session. That's the only time it can get pretty tricky. As in yesterday as an example. But today was just a long trend for the whole day, an uptrend, so I was only looking for long trades the entire day. So this is my 15-minute chart. I moved it back to before midnight, but before I start trading, I got to take a look at my news events for the day. So you can go to babypips.com, click on the Tools tab. It should automatically bring up the news events for the day. And remember, we're looking for news that affects either the UK or the US because that's the currency pair we're trading. So I'm going to look under this currency column and look for either GBP for the Great Britain pound, I think that's what it stands for, or the USD, the US dollar. And here you can see at 7 we had a couple of US reports. Not really worried about that because it's not not that major. However, at 8:30 we had CPI, which is pretty intense, so I marked that as a flag to watch out for. And then finally at 10 we had Bernanke speaking. I usually don't mark it as an important event unless it's Bernanke himself, because that man can move the market. So I will pay attention to that as well. So 8:30 and 10 were the two times I'm watching out for. I just write it in a notepad, and you can do the same thing, or you can set some kind of alert or alarm just to let you know when those events are coming out, because you don't want to be in the market during those times. All right, so now I'm ready to start trading. I know I'm looking for long trades only. I know when my news events are, so I'm watching the markets, and I'm moving my chart forward one candle at a time to give you my thought process along the way. All right, so now I get a crossover. This is at 115. I do get a crossover indicated by this black candle. It's a crossover to the upside. Our side's above 50. Stochastics are trending up. And MACD was negative from the previous candle and gaining value. So this is a valid signal. Now there's no news events anytime soon. Remember, my first news event isn't until 8:30. So I have plenty of time here for my trade to marinate. So I can go ahead and take this trade. It looks good to me. So I'll enter at the close of the candle, or as close to it as possible. In this case, it's 54.19. Our stop will be at the most recent swing low at 53.98, and our target will be at the nearest 0 or 50 level. In this case, it's 54.50. So that gives us about 31 pips of potential profit. So that's good enough. So now I can just pretty much let my trade ride, and I'll just watch it and see what happens. And remember, this isn't a hard limit. So I'm just really looking to see what the price does to see if it reaches that level. All right, so I'm watching it, and unfortunately you can see that I do get stopped out right here at 230. It just hits our stop there. So nothing you can do there but just to jot that down as a loss and continue to move on. So I am watching the markets, still looking for long trades. And here I get another crossover. Now our side's above 50, stochastics are trending up. MACD was negative from the previous candle and is gaining value. This is another valid entry. Again, news isn't until 8:30, so I have plenty of time here, so it's okay to enter this one. So you want to enter at the close of the candle, which is 54.15. Our stop will be at the most recent swing low at 53.67, and our target will be at the nearest 0.50 level at 54.50, and that gives us about 35 pips of potential profit there. So good enough for me, and we'll just continue to watch it. And so my target does get hit at 5:30. It doesn't make a clean break. So at this point, I just exit as close as I can to the target. I got it at 54.45. Good enough. And that's it for me on that trade. So I just jot that down in the books and move forward. So you don't dwell on it too much, whether or not it's a loss or a win. You should treat it kind of the same way. So here's 8:15, 8:30. Still continuing to watch it, but it looks like at this point the market is just trending up. There's 10 o'clock. The market does continue to move up, and there's the end of our day. So again, we had two trades, one loser, one winner. Ended up pretty much to break even, but a little bit on the loss side because of the spread and whatnot. But again, hopefully you're seeing the same things I'm seeing. That's really the goal of the videos, and if you are, then that's a good thing, because over the long run you should end up profitable. So that's it. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask me in the blog or post it in the forums. But that's it for today's update. I will see you all on the next one. Cowabunga.